Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 8 of Season 3 here at Southampton. We're back up to 3 games per episode now that we're fully out of the transfer window, and we've done the traditional scout report, or squad report even, after we get out of the transfer window with the first episode outside of that. So Newcastle, then Chelsea, then PSV today, followed by rather big games against, not necessarily Burnley, but Tottenham and Barcelona in tomorrow's episode. I have to be honest, not necessarily looking forward to that, but hopefully we can get ourselves some good results in the Premier League today. I take a point against Chelsea, but after losing to Bournemouth, I very much want to beat Newcastle United here and get myself back up towards the top half of the table, and then hopefully push even further towards the upper reaches of the table after that. But we'll take it one step at a time. Richarlison, Promes, Kluivert and Mayoral will be my front four. The back line looks as you might expect it to. In fact, Ryan Bertram was getting a little bit uppity with me, so I'll throw him into the starting lineup. And let's throw James Ward-Prowse in as well for Oriol Romeu, because I'm going to need Romeu's defensive ability against Chelsea in a week's time, just to make sure he's fully fit and doesn't pick up a knock of any kind. But other than that, I think the side looks as good as it needs to. Hopefully we can get 3 points. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There was an episode of a new mini-series went up yesterday with regards to the World Cup sticker book, so check that out if you missed it. The RTG returns tonight, of course, as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that in your sub boxes at 6 PM. But for now, I'm going to concentrate on hopefully picking up 3 points against Newcastle and just avoiding defeat against Chelsea. Newcastle starting new signing Frankowski out wide on the right hand side, playing a 4-4-1-1, while Ayoze Perez sat behind Alexander Mitrovic. Chancel Mbemba at the back, a centre back we have looked at previously but decided not to sign. Let's see if we can win. Bertrand into Ward-Prowse, holds the defender off well. There's a bit of space here. Kluivert and then Promes. Oh, it's a lovely drop of the shoulder. I should perhaps have accelerated away, taken the extra touch. Kind of narrowed the angle somewhat, and Matt Sells was able to make the save. Quincy will get there ahead of the defender, and that should be a foul, but nothing's given, and Promes stays down hurt from that. I've gotten the ball back there, as they've just gifted me possession back, and very nearly gave it straight back to them. Promes is getting to his feet though, thankfully. I'll try and get that forward quickly, but wasn't able to find Borja Mayoral. First chance comes and goes through Quincy Promes, and hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. Once we get out of the game, he's able to continue at least, which is something, but hopefully he won't be out long term. I'm going to hit this from distance with Borja Mayoral and draw the save out of Sells. Headed towards that bottom corner. Promes will take the corner himself. Decent whip. Borja Mayoral's going to go up for it, but the keeper comes to punch. Harris to get it back into the danger zone with Ward-Prowse. There's Promes. Again, bit of space. Left-footed shot. Oh! I heard the keeper get something on that, but Quincy Promes fires it into the top corner. He may have picked up the knock and had a poor effort a moment ago, but this time, top bins. I think the keeper pushed it into that top corner. Have a look here. Yeah, he did get a touch on it, but not enough to divert it away from that top corner. You can see just here, watch the change of flight of the ball. Very, very slight, but it does take a little jump slightly. Never mind. I'll take it, regardless of how the ball ends up in the back of the net. 1-0 Southampton through Quincy Promes. Ward-Prowse, good footwork. Trying to work it around well. Borja Mayoral, oh that's nicely done. Borja for 2, finish! He's got like 86 in-game finishing now, Borja Mayoral. Proving it there, that 4-star weak foot coming in handy as well. Crashing into that top right-hand corner for the second time in the opening half an hour. 1 for Quincy, 1 for Borja. Smack. Pick that out, Max. You didn't get anywhere near that one, did you? 2-0 Southampton. That's a lovely through ball. Christian Atsu in behind here, stands to cross up, and at the back post drives Frankowski. Cedric just wasn't paying attention there at right back. Frankowski snuck in under the radar, very nearly getting them an equaliser. 1 back even. I've genuinely forgotten I scored 2. Borja Mayoral around the corner here to Quincy Promes. We might score 3. Justin Kluivert is back into the middle, but it's well blocked by Javier Manquillo. Bertrand into Quincy. Through the picked off. Mitrovic turns well. Ward-Prowse intercepts well. Promes trying to get some good turning in of his own. It wasn't necessarily the best. Yeah. 2 banks of 4 have been quite difficult to break down here, but Promise is in behind, looking for a third, but couldn't keep it down. I would have killed the game off. Although I say that, I went 4-0 up against Vitória Guimarães around this time yesterday and still ended up conceding 3 and nearly drawing the game, so perhaps I shouldn't get too confident just yet. Still half an hour to play. Played over the top looking for Marino. Quite why Mikel Marino's playing at right wing, I'm not sure. Ozzy Perez gets away from me then. That will be a free kick. It was a rather clumsy challenge from Henry Harris and pretty deservedly picks up the yellow card as well. Ozzy Perez clearly incensed as he felt like he'd gotten past him and beat the man quite comfortably. He'll take the free kick himself, will he, Ozzy Perez, and shoot. And probably wish that he'd passed it or let someone else take it. That was pretty terrible from the Newcastle captain. Up, and away. Neves, across to Cedric. It's good football. Neves turns well through the gap. James Ward-Prowse pushing forward now at... we're in. Oh, James Ward-Prowse pushing forward at Cam as I made a couple of substitutions. Buffal brings that down. Oh, but can't sort his feet out in time or take the ball with him, unfortunately. Nearly 3-0. Only 15 minutes to go now. I'd like to think we'll get the win from here. But we shall still have to be alert defensively. Mitrovic thought I was going to backheel that, but he ended up just dragging it back for himself, but still ends up giving the ball away. Ward-Prowse will feed that out wide here to Quincy Promes, now playing on the left-hand side of midfield. Borja takes touch, turns and finds Chancellor Mbemba there to pick his pocket. Mitrovic with a throw, Cedric intercepts. Buffal not able to get to the loose ball. Fortunis trying to perhaps set something up here, but Buffal takes it away from Alexander Mitrovic. Will switch this up wide here to Quincy Promes. He's still got defenders back. They're not necessarily throwing caution to the wind here, Newcastle. They know that goal difference might be important for them at the end of the season, so it's better to lose 2-0 than 3-0 rather than push too hard to try and make it 2-1. If something happens offensively, then fair play, but it doesn't look like they're going to get themselves anything from this game. We might be able to get ourselves a clean sheet for the first time in a while. Promes will rifle this out wide here to Sofiane Buffal. Bit of footwork to get past the defender doesn't quite work. Lamina misses the challenge. And here come Newcastle again through Hoselu. Nice threaded through ball, but picked off. Given away though by Cedric. Mitrovic can't create anything because there goes the final whistle. It will be a 2-0 victory here. The 2 early first half goals from Quincy Promes and Borja Mayoral enough to give us victory. Needed that. Very much so. Because up next is a massive challenge in Chelsea. 5 at the back for Chelsea. Unsurprising though, we expected that. Emerson at left back and Zappacosta at right back. Morata and Giroud up top. They're not at full strength, but they are still strong. Surprising that the AI seem to never play Eden Hazard in the starting lineup for Chelsea, but I guess that's only a good thing for me. Neves, away to Richarlison, through the gap to Quincy Promes. Borja Mayoral's making the move. Aspie's trying to stay with him. Oh, dinky! 1-0 Southampton after 2.5 minutes. Courtois is furious at his backline. Aspie initially tracked the run and probably would have cut the ball out, but then stopped, turned to face the man with possession, and that opened up the angle for me to play it through to Mayoral. I wasn't sure whether he was actually going to be able to get to it initially, but squeeze it through and just beating Thibaut Courtois to it, lofting it over the top of him. We lead by a goal to 0 at Stamford Bridge very early on. Lovely finish. Morata, Kante. Oh, he's gotten past me there. I committed with Romeo and missed the tackle, and I probably fouled Kante there and have done. N'Golo with quite good dribbling there to get past me a couple of times. Olivier Giroud, not really the obvious candidate to take the free kick. Although it wasn't too far away, to be fair to him, but it was wide. Drinkwater to Bakayoko. To Morata. Cross out wide here to Zappacosta. Turning well. Backing in and giving it back there to Tony Drinkwater. Just burst through that gap. Ruben Neves got something on it, but apparently there was a free kick. Or a foul in there to lead to a free kick. Giroud will take the free kick again. Presumably he's going to cross this one. Now why would you not let Giroud be in the middle to perhaps be on the end of a free kick like that? That's what confuses me. Anyway, Ruben Neves quite clearly not strong enough to deal with Timu Bakayoko. Giroud looks the ball through to Emerson, who's turned well, lays it back, but thankfully Richarlison puts a foot in. We could catch him on the counter-attack here. Promise can get the turn on Azpilicueta. Now Davies quite fast. And we'll get the turn in. I'll look for Mayoral again. Oh, David Luiz with a superb interception. Across that, back to Kante. Inside to Bakayoko. Giroud to Kante again. Kante driving forward. Turns, well, I was going to say turns well, but he forgot to take the ball with him. And now there's space. Trying to squeeze that through there to Justin Kluivert to perhaps cause some problems, but then Justin Kluivert forgot to take the ball with him. Forward comes Emerson on the left-hand side. I'll go for the challenge, but can't slow him up or even make him break stride. Here's N'Golo Kante turning to the ball with him this time into the box. There was a shot there from him, but goes behind for a corner. Danny Drinkwater will take it. Where's this going to end up in the box? Number of tall people in there, but Quincy Promise heads away, and as far as N'Golo. Nice turn, but we get the tackle in. Promise. Is that a foul? No, nothing given. Christensen floats that over, and it should be Giroud that gets there. It was Morata, in fact, underneath it. Comes back off the bar, and Balaga pounces on it. That was not far away at all from 1-1. Zappacosta. Back to N'Golo Kante. Danny Drinkwater. Across to Bakayoko. Wide here to Emerson. Chelsea have just had so much of the ball, it feels at least, since I took the lead in the second minute, but they haven't yet really caused me too many issues. Giroud's free kick came close, but I can't recall Arrizabalaga being properly tested. A couple of near post simple catches, but nothing that was really genuinely going to cause him too many problems. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to cause them any problems myself either, with regards to looking to find a second. So our scoreline and our lead remains intact but weak and vulnerable. We'll have to wait and see if we can hold them out for the rest of the game. I would very much like to do so. 3 points against Chelsea would see us go above them and hopefully back into the top 4 in the Premier League. I believe as we headed into this one, we were back into the top 8. And a win here at Stamford Bridge would go a long way to putting us back towards the top of the table. The board obviously want us to win the league this year, which is extremely unfair, I think, after the way that seasons 1 and 2 went. Oh, it's a good tackle by Azpilicueta. They'll clear it away. There's still half an hour to go here. Plenty of time for things to change. Morata step in with Henry Harris, but despite doing so, still don't come away with the rule. Giroud's left-footed effort, though, really poor. They need a change of formation, and they need to bring Eden Hazard on. But they are bringing on Tammy Abraham instead. Giroud clearly disheartened to be being taken off the pitch. Hanging his head there. Really frustrated. But to be fair, the team as a whole are probably really frustrated with the fact they can't seem to get themselves back level here. Definitely need to go to a 5-2-3 rather than a 5-3-2. He needs some width up top because Giroud and Morata up top as a pairing just isn't working. Oh, it wasn't far wide at all from Borja Mayoral either. Oriol Romeu breaking away, I'd say at pace, but Oriol Romeu and pace aren't necessarily two things that go together unless you're saying Oriol Romeu lacks pace. Unfortunately, he lacks a goal in this game as well, thanks to the save of Thibaut Courtois. Promise will deliver the cross. Up goes Justin Kluivert, but Christensen gets there first. Ruben Neves does have the long shot taker trait, but I haven't, even not just this game, yet this season found the chance. Oh, he's dug that out. Courtois went for the save and then came down and the ball was over the top of the bar. I haven't yet found the chance or had the opportunity to shoot from distance with Ruben Neves to test that long shot trait. Maybe in this one, in the final 15 minutes, we might get the opportunity. Who knows? He's yet to score for me, but I don't get too many goals from CDM, to be fair, so I'm not expecting him to set the world alight with his goals. We tend to rely on my striker and Cam, and then with my wingers to occasionally pop up with a goal or two every now and again as well. Free kick given for the foul on Borja Mayoral. N'Golo Kante not getting a yellow card, just a ticking off from the referee, despite the fact that the player in attendance there wanted him to pick up a yellow card. I think that's short there to Henry Harris. He'll look for Quincy Promes. Oh, that was supposed to be a turn, but Borja Mayoral gets crunched as he takes the shot, but unfortunately not illegally so, and it drops tamely into Thibaut Courtois' hands. Still we've got the ball though, still we come forward. I'll play this over the top to set Richarlison in behind. He's got a 5-star weak foot, we'll try and score with that left foot. It's a good save by Thibaut Courtois. We'll have to be happy and settle for another corner. I'll whip it in towards the near post. It's not the near post. And again, Justin Kluivert can't get there. Ruben Neves, if his first touch had been better, we might have had a long shot opportunity, but closed down quickly. Again, we'll look for the near post. This time it is to the near post. No, it's not. Borja throws his arm at it, hits him on the boob, and out for a throw-in. Hazard inside to Bakayoko. Oh, stolen away, and the defence are all over the place. Borja across. I can't believe I've not scored. How have I not scored there? Promes inside. I can't believe that. I even tried to make short by playing it across to Quincy Promes. That should be game over if they equalise now. And there to Borja. Drop the shoulder. Oh, N'Golo Kante read it though, even if Timo Bakayoko didn't. Here's Eden Hazard. He's on the pitch now, but too little, too late for Chelsea, you feel. Morata driving around the outside. Turns inside to Eden Hazard again. Will step in and get rid of it. Nicely done. Oh, that didn't quite work. Oh, never mind. There's a final whistle. It's a win. It's a win. Away from home against Chelsea. We beat them in the FA Cup final. We've beaten them in the league. Thank you very much indeed. I'll take those 3 points. That should put us back into the reckoning for the top 4. But up next is a game against PSV in the Champions League. There's Luke de Jong leading the line for PSV here in the Champions League. Ramsdale trying to create stuff for them too and looking to float them 1-0 up very early on. It's come back off the post, and luckily for me, the man that was there waiting for the rebound couldn't read it or get to it. That should perhaps have been 1-0 to PSV as soon as we were 1-0 up against Chelsea, if not quicker. Very, very nearly a 1-0 lead for our Dutch opponents here. Hendricks will get that through to Ramsdale, who's in again and fires wide this time. Prowse around the corner to Classy. Out to Buffal. He's onside here, I believe. Diédhiou. Oh, what a save from Zert. What a save. I perhaps should have driven that hard and low rather than trying to hit it towards the far top corner. But still, great stop from the goalkeeper because that was hit at some pace. The keeper's going to come and punch that too. Bertrand in a foot race with Hirving Lozano. Only one man that's going to win a foot race for pace, isn't it, in that regard, and that's going to be Hirving Lozano. He's doing the same to me here with Jordi Classy trying to come away on the counter-attack. There's Luke de Jong. Ball on through the middle, but thankfully they didn't. Ramsdale has been really good for them. Hirving Lozano gets that back to Obradovic. Into Hendricks. With the turn, the shot straight down the throat of the keeper. Diédhiou. Mina out wide. Making the run is Josh Sims. Good turn. Lay that inside, and Ward-Prowse shot's blocked. Can't get his feet, can't get back to his feet. Find his feet again quickly enough to have a secondary effort. Oh no, this is not what I need. Pacing behind. Thankfully, it's not Hirving Lozano. Initially, I thought it was. He's on this left side, but they use this man through the middle. It's Luke de Jong that gives them the lead here after 16 minutes. It's PSV 1, Southampton 0. Foul. Back to Jordi Classy. Through the gap there to Ward-Prowse. Got the shoulder, then go back again. Diédhiou around the corner to Josh Sims. Straight at the keeper. Simple save for Zoot. Unfortunately, we're not able to get ourselves level yet, but I feel confident that we will. God, Hirving Lozano is too fast. He's just too fast. And, whoa! De Jong very nearly scores the second. Ward-Prowse. DeAndre Yedlin. I'll go back to Ward-Prowse again and through the gap looking for Diédhiou. And Josh Sims again on the move, but the defender does very well. Matt. Josh Sims will get it around the corner to Diédhiou though. Going the other way with the passing rather than how I initially intended. Oh, he's shown good footwork, but not the finish from Diédhiou there. Just skipped past the challenge. Tried to bend it in that far top corner, whip it around the defender that was closing him down, but I couldn't find the goal. He's giving that straight to me. Diédhiou, accelerate, accelerate. Accelerate and finish. Oh, Zoot again with the save. I could be 3-1 up here, but I'm still 1-0 down and haven't scored. Thanks in no small part to their goalkeeper. Have that back, please. Oh, is that a foul? No. Josh Sims reacts first. Sims back to Classy. Ward-Prowse, nice turn. It's Diédhiou. Out to Sophie and Buffal. Exactly how I intended to turn, but never mind. Oh, it's a lovely ball through to Diédhiou. I'll drill it across and arriving at the back post with Sims, but Vidma gets rid of it. Corner to come in instead. James Ward-Prowse to deliver. It's a decent one. Up we go. Hendricks heads away and Herving Lozano brings it down. I'm not going to win a foot race with him, with anyone in my first team squad other than perhaps DeAndre Yedlin, who's nowhere near him on that side of the pitch. De Jong to Ramselaar, but we won it back again. Come on, come on. We found maybe a better run, please. Nice turn by Josh Sims. Had a good game to this point, the youngster. Good touch as well as the ball was slightly overhit towards him. Jeju into Ward-Prowse, look to turn inside. James Ward-Prowse, oh, I can't get the shot away. Really, really frustrating first half here. Terrible header from Ryan Bertrand there, and they'll get the ball back. Is that a foul? It is. Headed by Josh Sims. I'm not too sure what he's doing back at right back, but if he can start a move that leads to a goal, I don't mind. The half-time whistle is not long in coming now. Oh, it's a free kick. I thought that was going to be the half-time whistle. Can I shoot from here? If I score from... I'm going to, because nothing else is going to happen between now and the end of the half. So I might as well. And if this goes in, best free kick I've ever scored. Well, I took a deflection, so we'll take the corner. And maybe we can yet score before the end of the half. Decent delivery. Oh! He went for the overhead kick! Jeju! Oh, what a goal that would have been. 7 saves Zert's made so far. Up we go with a header. It's going to go wide. Is it another corner? It is. So many chances in this first half and no goals for Southampton. Josh Sims brings that down. Oh, I needed to keep possession there. That will be half-time. Into Ward-Prowse. Solid tackle from Van Bruggen. Hendricks over the top. DeAndre Yedlin could win that header and has done. Here's Lamina. I'll go across to Josh Sims. I need Jeju to run that channel. He just didn't initially, and that's caught me out. Up we go, win that header please. Not quite able to do it. Barrow Jr. Ball roll, and the shot, oh, it's deflected, and we will get rid of it. That was close, that was dangerous, that was nearly 2-0. Hell of a run from Buffal. Unfortunately, Jeju's just run the opposite direction to me, so I'm not going to be able to find him with a pass. Not able to utilise his pace. Jordi Claessy's done well to hold off the man that was with him there. Back to Skriniar. Through the middle there. Oh, it wasn't meant for Jeju, but he's won it back. And I'll play him in. Oh, Zoot, stop saving everything. I hate you. Ramselaar. Turning in the middle. Forward to Luke de Jong. I'm going to draw my defender too far out of position. Barrow Jr. turns and finds Ramselaar again. Oh, the amount of times this season that balls just keep floating into the far top corner. Oh. PSV 2, Southampton 0. I experimented early on in the Champions League here. We played a full-strength side against Guimarães. At least I think I played a full-strength, or at least close to a full-strength side against Guimarães. We weren't 4-0 up and were playing very well. Yes, they pulled it back to 4-3, but still. And I've rotated for this one against PSV, and it's not working. So it's a clear sign that I need to play stronger sides in the Champions League. Obviously, next we've got Barcelona in the next Champions League game, so I'm going to obviously be playing a strong side in that one. Although, to be fair, I've got Spurs in the Premier League just before that, so perhaps I won't. Jordi Claessy, I can't seem to get the ball past Sue. Every time I aim for the corner, it goes straight at him. I mean, I don't know what's more important this year. Oh, shoot! Bottom corner found. Don't know how it found its way to Jeju. Everybody missed it, and it was just at his feet. It caught me just as by surprise as it would have done him. It just fell right there. Great first touch, and the finish was superb too. All right, second goal in the Champions League for him. First goal of tonight for us. We are not out of it yet, but the point remains. I need to not rotate quite so heavily for the Champions League, but this is the first time we've been involved in the competition. I was obviously going to have to experiment a little bit to figure out what we needed to do in the Champions League this year. The board basically have set me 2 unfair criteria for this year. They want me to win the Premier League and get to the final of the Champions League in my first year in the competition and only my 3rd season at the club. I think that's entirely unfair. When I play this around the corner, it's taken a deflection. To be fair, it wasn't the best of passes either. Buffal could have been in to rapidly make it 2-2. It's a terrible pass. We still could yet be in to make it 2-2. I'll give this to Jordi Claessy. I'll go back to Sofiane Buffal. It's blocked by Isimat Mirin, and the keeper can't keep it out. Corner to come in. Can we score 2 quick-fire goals to make it 2-2? Buffal with a header, but that's well wide. Well up, Skriniar. Just. Bertrand helps it forward. Charlison into Mario Lemina. Cross there to James Ward-Prowse. Out again to DeAndre Yedlin. And down the line to Sofiane Boufal. We can pull this comeback off. I'll be absolutely delighted. Oh, but it just won't quite fall for me, will it? He says, as they give me possession back again. Jordi Claessy. Oh, Richarlison! We might yet get the win. Richarlison off the bench. That 5-star weak foot coming in handy. Yes! 2-2. Game on. Threading that through. It's a nice ball. Thankfully, they went for the quick second pass and it didn't quite work. Wesley Hill got this out to Sofiane Boufal. There's not much time left in the game now. Prowse, go back to Claessy. Forward there to Lemina. Oh, that's poor. De Jong, I'll have that. Prowse picks up the loose ball and feeds Sofiane Boufal. Accelerates away. Jordi Claessy is around that corner. Oh, not enough strength from him though to hold off Hendricks, and Van Bruggen gets it forward to Ramselaar. Can we steal it off him? No, we can't. Ball played over the top. Up we go. DeAndre Yedlin can't win it. Hurt fires it forward. Still the chance is on to win the game. Lemina through to Jeju. I haven't got the space there to turn and accelerate away. At least his first touch wasn't good enough. Still waiting to try and feed in Jeju again. Claessy! Boufal can't get to it. Drops toward Prowse. Will turn. Oh, running out of space. Lemina's there. Decent touch. Lemina! 3-2 Southampton. A screamer from the edge of the box. We are going to win the game at home against PSV. On the volume of chances created, I'd say I deserve it, but it is very harsh on PSV not to have been able to get at least a point from this game, if not the victory. I'm delighted to have been able to turn it around though, but a lesson has been learnt, most certainly from this game. I cannot afford to rotate so heavily for the Champions League. Most certainly could not afford to rotate so heavily for the Champions League. It was almost an entirely different 11 that played for me there. I mean, 16 shots, 12 on target. I can't say that I didn't deserve the win. Guimaraes have beaten Barcelona by 1-0. That's a bigger shock than my 3-2 last-minute comeback. Victoria Guimaraes 1, Barcelona 0. Unreal. We're 6th in the Premier League now, 4 points away from first. Still remains an unbeaten Liverpool on that top spot. How they got relegated in the first place, I've absolutely no idea. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed today. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. I'll see you next time.